Why, hey there! Here at Sakamoto's Corner Store, we have all of your household needs that you could ever want. In fact, woo! Sometimes we'll even have them before you even know what you want. You want chip? We've got chip. Peanut butter, nut, cone, energy drink if you can't get up in the morning, sun kiss, Japan things, pork buns. Sakamoto here is a fucking national treasure. He's been working here. Started this store with his beautiful wife. Started from nothing. Humble worker his whole life. Come and give him a visit. He's not a very talkative guy, but he's lovely. He'll give you the great deals. So come on down to Sakamoto's Corner Store on the corner of Japan Place and other Japan Place. Hey, no emotions. You are Sakamoto. So come on down to Japan Place, where you can buy some Japan things in a place in Japan. Woo! Put the lines fucking up! Give me everything in the goddamn register, you fucking old man! Sakamoto days! This boy thick! Finally, David. Finally. The thick protagonist that we've all wanted, we've all needed.
Honestly, like, this was one of the series that I was super looking forward to coming out of that batch of one-shots, that last batch of one-shots around the beginning.
This came from a batch of one-shots? I didn't know about that.
Yes, it did. The one-shot came out right around the time I was moving out of your apartment.
You were kidding.
It took that. No, I am not.
Sounds like horse shit. I'm looking into this. I believe. I mean, just no. You say a lot of bullshit, so I'm checking.
It was late 2018, early 2019 when that launch shot came out.
What the fuck? When was this? Oh my god! It was December. Oh wait, hold on. Sakamoto Days. Okay.
One shot.
Sakamoto Days. It first published a one shot titled Sakamoto in Shueisha's Jump Giga on December 26, 2019.
Yeah. So like, goddamn, basically a year.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Jesus. Like, that's like pre-demic.
That's pre-demic. I hate that could be a fucking effective word now.
I didn't realize. Yeah. So I've been, fucking Mr. Kid Otaku. Fuck his new name. Come at me. Eat this dick. You're Kid Otaku forever now.
I made that same joke basically in the Black Clover video. It's still sitting on my hard drive ready to go up.
If it was trans, I would not be dead naming you. But that's not what it is. It's a YouTube change. So no canceling me. Kid Otaku sounds better. I don't know why you deleted that channel. That was some weird shit. Like, listen, bro. 90% of our subscribers are inactive, and we're just here because of my Hisoka video that I now look back on and cringe at, okay? Are we going to delete this whole channel? No! All right. Sorry. Finally got that out.
I did nuke quite a few videos recently, though.
Well, yeah, obviously. Nuke the cringe, not the whole channel.
Yeah.
You can always reinvent yourself. And by the way, when motherfuckers are scrolling to find a manga review and they see a channel with 5,000 subscribers over a channel with 200, they're going to be like, damn, that one must be reputable, even though there's like 3 views on the video, all right?
Ow.
Bam.
Anyway,
Kid Otaku, I'm just saying, I still don't understand that. It's weird. That felt like some fucking Shia LaBeouf putting a bag on his head that says, I'm not famous, like running around New York City shit to me.
I get it. Like, we all have moments. We're like,
I'm on a roll, okay? Comedy Central roast style.
We all have moments where we just feel super insecure, but like, yeah, it does fuck with the algorithm. Like, especially once Chainsaw Man ended, that hurt his algorithm massively.
Our algorithm too. Fucking bring back Chainsaw Man, please.
But,
I hope we get back up to the thousands and thousands of views that we got when we were doing Chainsaw Man when that shit comes back.
They're gonna be over here like, please tell me these wacky motherfuckers that made that hentai.
I feel like, dude, I'm really happy about this. I don't know if I ever showed you this. I googled our name in Chainsaw Man, and I'll have to see if it's still up. But one of the posts was from the Chainsaw. It was a post in the Chainsaw Man Reddit of people talking about their favorite Chainsaw Man reviewers, and someone in the Chainsaw Man Reddit mentioned us, and they said something akin to that, like, these guys are so fucking wacky, I love them, and I was like, ah.
Send me a link to that post. So I'll fucking
I'll see if
respond
I
to
can
that
find
on
it.
Reddit.
Well, it's years ago, at least a year ago. I'll see if I can find it though. But point
Like
being,
that.
when that shit comes back, I want a theatrical skit, bro. I want to fucking drive to a mountain and fucking climb it.
We had to find Fujimoto. Anyway, back to Sakamoto today.
We have to find Fujimoto. We have a Dom girl that we have to deliver to Fujimoto right now, this instant.
Here is our sacrifice.
It's a yeah. Can you get Kate in this skit?
I can see if I can get Kate.
We're just like dragging her up a fucking like. We can go to the sand dunes. We're just dragging her up there. Like it's really important. We have to sacrifice a Dom girl to the Fujimoto gods to bring back Chainsaw Man.
Oh God.
That's truly the only way. See, most gods like virgins. That's usually what got to sacrifice. Not Fujimoto. It's got to be a Dom with a very used vagina. Hello?
No comment. No. Nope.
He was dead. His brain had to reboot. Yo, so Sakamoto days. Speaking of used vaginas, Sakamoto's wife. Am I right?
God damn.
He's probably plowing the fuck out of that shit.
Do you think, like, we've seen his ability to, like, shrink down. Do you think when he shrinks down, his dick gets smaller?
You mean when he... Oh, no. That's not how fat works. When he shrinks down, his dick gets bigger. As someone, I can tell you this from experience. When you lose weight, you gain inches. There's a real statistic on this. If we're talking about this, we're talking about... Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I...
No. Shh. This is controlled chaos. We're doing it. Weight loss, dick growth. Here we go. For every 30 to 50 pounds, of excess weight, you will lose an inch of visible penis. So for every 30 to 50 pounds you lose, you gain an inch. So imagine, he's already got a massive cock. I mean, look at this guy. Sakamoto, easy, massive. So like even fat Sakamoto is probably rocking like an 8-incher. And then when he goes down to like fucking skinny mode, he's probably just like 12-inch, like flopping on the table type shit. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
All right, so now that the time stamp people have skipped to this section of the video, how's it going?
Sakamoto Days, like once
This is a great series. I love him.
I want my wholesome boy to have a happy life. I want him to like escape all the things and just continue to run this little shop forever and just be a happy boy. No more harm ever come to him.
Let me go back to the web. Yeah. So let me get off of weight loss, dick growth on Google. All right, David, stop with the silence. I will come over.
So, Red, how many inches?
At the moment, probably around somewhere between 6.5 ish.
You grew 6.5 inches, or
no,
like that...
well maybe.
You were there like
I used
the
to
Donald Trump biker.
If we're getting really into this, we'll get into this, okay? I used to, when I was fat as fuck, and I didn't realize the correlation of fat to dick things. I thought I had some problems. I was really concerned. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, but when you lose a fuck ton of weight, you're like, shit, I've had a normal dick this whole time. The world opens up to you. It's a beautiful thing.
See, like when I went from like my high school fat bitch phase to like skinny thin boy.
Yeah. Skinny femboy, massive horse cock, David Buchanan.
Yeah. Boy, am I going to live to disappoint you.
All right. Well, I'll look at it.
Completely average.
When we have our Angel Dust fucking Alistair gay sex cosplay fest, that'll be fun. I'll find out then. So anyway, this manga opens up phenomenally with a basically just this guy was the most badass motherfucker in the world. We're talking like it's like any manga where it's like this guy was the top assassin, this guy was the top he was the top hitman. So like we're talking like some Hitman Reborn shit. This guy is just casually fucking blitzing past people, cutting off 30 dudes' heads. But then, and I love stories like this. It reminds me, now David, I haven't seen Way of the Household Husband or whatever, but Andrew talks about it a lot. But I get the vibe that it's probably similar. Am I right in that?
I've been hearing the same thing. I have no knowledge
So
of the
you haven't
series.
seen it then?
I read the first chapter a long, long,
Gotcha.
long, long, long time ago. It did give me a little bit of the same vibes, but it's been so goddamn long, and I haven't read past that first chapter that, like,
Yeah. So
I'm not
either
going
way,
to
though,
try
I love
and-
stories like this where like just the and this is it reminds me of something we said. I don't remember what series or what video we were saying it on, but we said something along the lines of like, women, you don't understand your power. Like wars will be fought and won for you. Countries will be destroyed for you.
I think it was a Chainsaw Man video.
yeah, like men will simp so hard that they will fucking invent like nuclear weapons to get some puss, dude. You don't understand. So like
I really think this was a Chainsaw Man discussion, and we were referring to fucking Makima, of course.
most likely, yeah. But I love this. I love stories
Or
like
it
this.
might have been Rize.
I love stories like this because like this man, he had it all. Like he's rich as fuck, clearly, because of the work he's doing, and he's willing to throw it all away for this beautiful, wholesome lady. And that's something I immediately want to say that I love about this series. The characterization of his wife is great. Like she's not just like a trophy wife. She's not just like in the background. Like she's her own person, and she's great. And that's actually one of the things that I've wanted after reading the first 21 chapters. I want more of his wife. I want to see more of her. I want to see her do stuff and be more involved because I think it's chapter 2 or 3. One of the big like moments for me that hooked me into this series was the moment where she, knowing and trusting in him so much to make a point, jumps off basically does something that would have killed her, like jumps off the fucking cliff, and then he dives to get her, and he's like, and then she's like, hey, you see how you were that desperate to save me? Because if I had died, that would have hurt you. Imagine all the people you killed. All those people had people like you to me. That not only is that a great point, but it shows, one, how serious she is about that, two, how much trust she had in him to save her. Like, that was just a phenomenal moment. And like, this is one of those special manga that come around every once in a while that can do action phenomenal, that can do comedy phenomenal, and that can do drama moments phenomenal. All of it together to create this wonderful masterpiece.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
what was one of your defining moments, David?
Well, there's two that I absolutely loved. One was more recent than the other. The backpack chapter. I love.
I gotta get that shit.
I love the lengths that they went to get a fucking backpack for his daughter.
Hell yes.
That was phenomenal. Fighting the mall Karens for a goddamn backpack so she can be popular in school, so she can have a good childhood. That's a great fucking father.
Yeah, and he's on that Killua shit where he's like, I can't kill, because like very early on in the story, his wife comes out and she's like, the rules. She spells it out literally, divorce, divorce. If I ever catch you killing a motherfucker, but again, it remains wholesome because then like they have this like family rules thing that keeps coming up, and like honestly. Some of these family rules are so good. I want to implement them if I ever move in with Allie. I think it's so cute. Like the one, if I remember correctly, it was something along the lines of like, if we ever get into a fight, one of us will treat the other to dinner that night. I think that's so cute.
Mm-hmm. There is, it's one of those rare series. I'll get back to my other one that I fucking loved in a moment.
Yeah,
it's one of these rare series that borders on the rule of family so well. I know you don't have any attachment to the series, and it's one of the series that, like, because my family watched it while I was growing up, I have a bit of attachment to. It kind of reminds me of Gibbs rules and NCIS. And my favorite fucking rule is one that he added later on in the series, was sometimes you're wrong. And I'd like to see if it borders on that. Like, sometimes I may have to kill to protect you.
That'd be if we ever get to that though. Like, I would be fine with the series waiting for a while to do that. I don't. think
absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, okay, we're 20 chapters in. I immediately need him to break his own rule. Like, that would be like end game shit in my opinion.
Exactly. I want to see what the dynamic would be now that he is embedded in so many other characters that have come along that have tried to kill him, and he's like, I will help support you if you work for me. You know.
Yeah.
I want to see how that would affect
all of them. How quickly he accepts people into his family is so wholesome. Like, he fucking destroys, like, fucking what was it, like a mafia gang that was trying to like fuck with this Asian girl's like dad's treasure or whatever, and then like bam, she's just working with them, part of the family. And then this guy that's like, I suck at everything except for sniping, and then he's like, I have never faced a better sniper, my friend. And he's like, like, it's so good, it's so wholesome, and just like at the point where like everyone he comes across he defeats so soundly, but he's like so wholesome about it that like they come to like love him. Absolutely. And like almost want to vibe with him.
Absolutely. And that's something I 100% love about the series. And the other chapter that it's 2 chapters technically that I loved was the sniper bit. Because you see this kid that's so down on his luck that the only thing he was good at, technically, was sniping. But he gets so soundly fucking defeated.
Well, and in his flashback, too, all the other hitmen are like, you gotta be multifaceted, bro. You can't just be a sniper. What an idiot.
Exactly. And he stuck to his guns the entire time, showing I will build a brand off of just being a sniper. And to his own, detriment, he kind of fucking did.
Yeah.
And you see, like, him get his ass handed to him quite soundly in that fucking airsoft gun tournament, just like, boom, Sakamoto here to clap your booty cheeks. Boom. And then right into the family.
Yeah. I also like the dynamic he has with this Esper guy, and I'll let you get into it, David, because I know he's one of your favorite characters. But like before I do, like what I'll say is I think it's really clever because Sakamoto is a very quiet guy. He's very quiet. He's very introverted. So pairing him up with a guy that can read his thoughts is just writing genius. The fact that, like the amount of times, like anytime he makes him angry, we can have a visual of Sakamoto fucking slitting his throat, and he's like, Jesus Christ, like, why are you killing me in your mind? And he's just like, fucking stop. So like I love that, how like he's not ever really speaking, but like we kind of hear his thoughts through the literary device of this character. And of course he also serves another purpose of like kind of being the Genos of the series, where you have like the more non-serious, like, because obviously like it's kind of comedic, right, seeing this like normal looking Ned Flanders ass kind of chubby looking store owner just being like Saitama up in this bitch, and then you have the more like taking it seriously, dressing seriously, looking like an actual hitman guy off to the side of him.
So for me, I have a type of character that I absolutely fall in love with immediately. I love the smug prick that also can be wholesome.
Oh, yeah. I vibe with that for sure. That's definitely... Because that's you!
Yeah.
Like, that's what you are!
They hate how right you are. But, like, I immediately fell in love with Neptune and Ruby. Like, the second he was introduced, I fell in love with him. He is one character that I've cosplayed on multiple occasions. I fell in love with Yato from Noragami.
Yes.
Who's not as smug, but he's also this cocky prick, but also the most wholesome boy on the planet. 5 yen? 5 yen?
5 yen.
Season 3 win, goddammit.
Do you remember when you got fake 5 yen pieces and had people give you 5 yen in the jar? Yes. That was amazing.
Yeah, I'm like,
that was a good time.
I also gave... fucking the voice actors for Bishamon one of the 5 yen coins as like a part.
We have that on film, don't we?
Yep.
It's like, you want to give Yato 5 yen? Oh yeah, I remember. It was like it was something like, how much for you to shut up? 5 yen. Well worth it.
I'm like, this last $20 I have just so we can film this.
That was good.
But like that was so fucking. Those type of characters I fell in love with. And this dude, the second he's introduced, I'm like, I can tell I'm going to like this character simply because of how he's portrayed. This introverted dude that's also comes off as completely overly cocky because he has the ability to mind fuck everybody, like read their thoughts, be able to predict what they're going to do moment to moment to moment to moment. And there's just something about that as a writing aspect that I'm just like, this is genius, because you have Sakamoto, who is a man of little talk and a lot of action, and everybody in the family being so all over the place because it's, let's face it, a dysfunctional family. You have a dude that's a sniper that has never really had any connection. You have girl who was part of this legendary family.
I'm really
Who's
into the Asian girl, by the way. Like waifu wise. And like I feel like there's something going on between her and your boy. Like romantically.
I just see it happening. Like you got that.
The embers are forming at the moment. But like when she was drunk and she was like really really kind of vibing with him, I was like, this is cute.
This is adorable. I turn into her at cons when I'm at a fucking just drunk at the VIP party. That's me at a Comic-Con. Like I am her. I will vibe with everybody to my own fucking detriment. But like I can't wait for August. God damn it.
Me too. I'm so excited. Are the tickets on sale yet?
I have not seen the for sale yet, so I'm just waiting for that.
Did you see on Twitter they said it's basically like they're pretty confident it's not going to get canceled?
Oh yeah. I've been following that. I saw that you tweeted out your vaccine card. Mine's already like on my social media. Like, I got vaccinated, bitches.
Another just random little detail I want to say. I really really enjoy. And first, I hope this gets an anime. It's got to, please.
Do not give it the treatment the house husband got. Did you see
how
that's
bad? Dumb. But like, what I really like is that as he's dodging, his like neck fat is like moving behind him. That would be really funny to see as like a kid.
Yeah. What I really want to see, and just because you said you didn't want this to go for fucking ever,
we can do another 10 minutes. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, but I just want to like give my like vibe here moving forward. Like obviously we're in a very unique arc here. Like
I wanted to talk about how the plot is like there actually is like a plot. We've been David's been kind of talking about his issues with Spy X Family and how that's been like really slow and not feeling like it's it's too much slice of life, not enough plot for him, I think. And this is kind of doing it really well. Like we have like so many organizations. We have this like weird like the X guy that's like taking out the hitman. So that like there's one more thing. So there's a hitman organization that wants to like kill him, has a bounty on him, and at first we think that's what we're gonna deal with, and then we get there and there's already other shit happening. This other guy is like standing there among corpses, and you think he took them out, and he's like, no, this X guy is fucking killing everyone, but he's still sus. Like there's so much going on.
Absolutely, and then you got like the bit with like the organization that gave the Esper dude his powers. I am horrible with names. The lab here. You also have the mafias themselves being involved in their own way, like we were mentioning with the Chinese, Japanese, the Asian girl's family. I don't want to misculture her here. But like her family. Yeah,
pretty sure it was confirmed to be Chinese because I think that was a joke. Like, did the Chinese make the pork buns that we make in Japan or something?
Yeah. I think it was more of a joke. That's why I'm like, I don't want to misculture her.
Right.
But like you have all those different mafia families that are involved in that. You have all sorts of different little gangs of hitman plotting because of the organization wanting to kill Sakamoto. There's so much going on, and it actually progresses from week to week. Whereas with Spy X Family, like I mentioned in Elusive Samurai, I'm going to allude to it here because I don't know which one's going to like get uploaded first. Like the biggest issue I find with that is it's all like a formula. You have a bit of this plot there to drag you in. You have weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of slice of life, and then a little bit of plot to like move it along. And that formula works great for binging a series.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll say too, just to kind of agree with you there, David. A series works best because that formulas are always going to exist, but the best kind of series are ones that can kind of work the formula so well that you don't even notice it exists. You know what I mean? So like because obviously you can't just be like, here's the mystery and it's immediately solved. You have to kind of pad shit out. But there are series that can do that in a clever way where, like here's a good metaphor for you. In One Piece, one of my problems with the One Piece anime up until now, the Wano arc is actually getting really good. They've put a lot more budget into it. But like up until now, with the One Piece...
Oda slaps his big fat cock on the desk and like, hey, here's shit, exactly. Fix it.
But up until now, with the One Piece anime, you could literally tell when it switched animators. Like you could feel it going from like paint clip studio animation to like high budget back. Like it felt like I blinked and like the animator switched. Right? Like it was so bad. Take that and put it on like story beats, right? Like with Spy X Family, it's like this is filler, this is filler, this is filler, plot point, this is filler, this is filler, this is filler, plot point. And with Sakamoto Days, they merge it so well. Where like it's not like a chapter. This chapter is nothing important. This chapter is nothing important. It's like there's plot always happening. There are less intense and more intense, but it's all weaved together. It's mixed really, really nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. And like
he's about to fight a goddamn animatronic dinosaur. Yes. Like that's not super plot intensive, but it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, so for me, Red, you grew up in the same era as me, sort of, kind of. So you remember the switch from What's New Scooby-Doo to Mystery Incorporated, for example.
I wasn't a huge Scooby-Doo fan, so I never really watched it. But I know what you're gonna say though. One of them was probably Slice or like Adventure of the Week, Monster of the Week, and then one of them had like a hardcore plot. I'm guessing.
Yep. One was aimed towards like our generation when we were growing up. And the other one was like when we were teenagers. It was geared towards like, okay, you can understand an overarching plot point. There's still a bit of that like Adventure of the Week here, but there's a fucking bigger mystery at hand here throughout the entire series. And that is what worked really well for that. That's why that one of those is like, yes, I have nostalgia for this one, but I also remember this one being really fucking good. And then you went from that to the cool Scooby-Doo, which was notoriously fucking hated because it looked like a 3-year-old on crack made it. There's
an epidemic of 3-year-olds on crack making shows recently, too.
You're looking at every CalArts fucking show that isn't Gumball or Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, like, that's kind of how the difference here feels. It's like Spy X Family being, like, the assassin/spy that is like Super Adventure of the Week, where like you have one chapter where it's Damien on a goddamn camping trip, versus now we're in a your centric arc where everything's going down. Where like everything's about to be like, this might be my last mission, but I can't really abandon my life. Yada 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 yada. I assume you don't give a shit that I'm spoiling any of this.
Nah, whatever.
Versus like, okay, now we gotta find our friend.
It's a series that works better for binging. Like that with Spy X Family, yeah. Which is why we've been kind of taking a break from reviewing it, is basically what he's getting at here, yeah.
That we got to save our friend, and we got to infiltrate this lab, and also, holy fuck, a mecha dinosaur.
Well, Sakamoto Days, even its filler has something, like, exciting, and, like, right, I don't know, like I like how Sakamoto Days feels very fast-paced, whereas Spy X Family does not to me.
Yeah, it only works so well, and this is something that Thurman and I brought up with Mission Yosakor Family, because the two are, like, super, like, compared. One being, like, super pushed by Viz, the other not being pushed by Viz, with Spy X Family being the one that's pushed, where Mission Yosakor Family has this, like, huge plot. One simply is because it does really well in a magazine that doesn't get a super release here in America, whereas one is this series that obviously it's going to be sticking around for quite a long time, and they can have it on what we refer to as like a back burner series for a while. You saw Black Clover take a back seat for Promised Neverland and Demon Slayer, and then once those ended, it got put back up. Mission Yosakor Family will have that same regard for its main.
Tying back to Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days, on the other hand, seems to have like skyrocketed into like the super popularity, because it feels like every chapter matters, even if you have this formulaic, like, bit, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just because of how this author has learned to pace a chapter.
I think it's also leaning a little more on, like, the Gintama-esque parody manga. It's not, like, a full parody manga. It has, like, hardcore plot it's going forward, but it's like half parody manga, too. So it kind of can just be more... I don't know, it feels like it has less rules to follow.
Yeah, and that's something that Gintama actually had working super in its favor. Is like it had the ability to blend both, and Sakamoto Days replaced that for that audience, which is why I feel like it's had this uber like popularity jump here, and like you're seeing a lot of YouTubers, like we mentioned them at the beginning of the video, Snubblitz, aka Kid Otaku, covering it. You're seeing a lot more of it getting traction on Viz's social media, yada yada.
Oh, it's just a really unique. Like it looks really unique too. Like when you see this character, you're like, what the fuck? So to wrap up, my last thoughts on this video, I just kind of want to like talk about like all that's going down right now. I just reread the last chapter here. So we have the lab who has stolen the Asian girl. Sorry, names are hard. I love it because they're so incompetent. They thought it was your boy, the clairvoyant boy, and there was even a line.
One
too.
Has booba.
She have the booba. There was a line where they were like, "Oh, it was a girl. Or this guy's a girl," and I'm so stupid. At first, I thought that we were confirming that at one point he was a girl, and I was like, "Yo, are we doing like a legit trans character?" I was like actually really excited. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. I'm like, is this going? No, they kidnapped the wrong idiot.
Oh, it'd be so fucking good. That would have been really interesting. He's just femme enough for me to believe that. But either way. So we have the lab, and we had your boy, clairvoyant boy, saying, yeah, this doesn't feel like something the lab would do. So clearly they have new ownership. We get here, the new ownership is this X guy who's using the power of the lab seemingly to take out the hitman. The hitman, the order, is the ones that wanted to kill Sakamoto, had a bounty on him. But now that's kind of on hold because this is happening. They also mentioned in a previous chapter that this guy started killing the hitman around the same time they put the bounty on Sakamoto, which is why they thought it was Sakamoto. And to cap that all off, at the very end here, we have a couple of these top hitmen from that same order that are coming in to try to get this X guy, and all of this is happening at the bottom of a historical museum where our main characters just happen to be here to save said Asian girl. There's so much happening.
And just to further my point, all that we've had for the last 2 chapters was you're boarding a boat, the family winning a trip onto the boat because they can't separate the fucking family, and then her having conflicting interests because family is on the boat and she is on a fucking mission. That's it.
Ooh, that actually does sound like pacing wise, yeah, that sounds pretty slow. But I actually am interested in that.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Like her mission is really close to her family. How's she gonna? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Either way, though, yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Also, this man wears a taxidermized reindeer head, so that's cool.
Yeah, I had Adler vibes from Beastars for a moment there.
If you lie to Mr. Reindeer, you die. You know. Yeah, I agree. By the way, I thought that same thing.
But like, what I really like. Moving forward for like the next like 2-3 chapters, we're gonna have like this resolve itself. What will be super interesting is we get a lot more information about the lab, because I love getting these information drops in the series, and how they handle those is so fucking succinct. But at the same time, it's just enough to be like, okay, that all makes sense. Like getting a little bit about the organization. That was just like, okay, this makes sense. This is what's going down. We're also having all of our fucking members being murdered here. That's the issue that's in that big plot. I want to know why the lab is so interested in retrieving this property. Was he like their golden boy? Was he just a loose end?
Seems like the vibe I got, because clairvoyant boy, if you remember his name, please tell me, but I imagine you're on the same level as me on that.
Names are drawing blank right now.
Yeah, so he was very confident when he was chasing them that this isn't something that the lab would have done back in the day. Like, he's like, clearly there are new people in charge because this is not some shit that they would have done.
Exactly.
So, which gives me the vibe that the lab was probably more nice. Probably at the very least morally gray, but like they wouldn't have like kidnapped people is the vibe that he was giving. So yeah. I'm thinking that this X guy has since taken over the lab, and it's a totally different, situation now. And the X guy, I think the main thing I want to know is, obviously he's killing Hitman, and he's probably using the like gifted children from the lab to like help with that. But like my question is, why did that start at the same time they put the bounty on Sakamoto? That's really interesting. How is he involved? How is he linked to this? Is he like Hero Killer Stain, where he's like a Sakamoto fanboy and he's like, how dare you? But I doubt it. But like, just
how dare you leave the agency? But no, like I'm getting like a little bit of a desperation play too from the lab. Like, okay, this is our one weakness. We need to clear up this loose thread, kind of like a Metal Gear Solid, like snuff everything out moment.
Oh, could be. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if it's possible that this guy with the X on his mouth was actually like involved with the leadership of the lab previously. Maybe he was like a second in command and then he killed the first in command and took over or some shit.
Yeah. All of this is just theory crafting, which is our biggest thing.
Yeah, and if we continue to like this over the next 5 to 10 chapters, we may bring this to weekly reviews. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. like bouncing between this and all the other series. Like, I
Doesn't
really
mean Spy X goes away. It would just mean we would wait until there's enough. We feel there's enough to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, because it gets hard, and we memed it for a while. But it does get hard to make
review every picture.
Yeah, review every picture, every point 1, every point 5, yada yada yada. A meme here for like the author's inability to finish a fucking chapter. They have at least gotten better at it. I feel like now that they've gotten the ball rolling with their new team, they're more consistent, which I appreciate. I really like the meme in the server for a while with that was like, oh, I can't wait for the picture review of your lingerie. That may or may not have
Wait,
made
they did a your lingerie color spread?
They did.
That
may or may not have made it to my fat folder.
Hold on, I'm doing the sheesh harmonization from TikTok. Sheesh.
Yeah. Like
you sheesh with me, sir. Have you not seen the sheesh meme?
I have not.
Oh my god, you're such a.
We are on completely different sides of TikTok.
Your algorithm is making you a boomer, sir.
My algorithm is all fucking BDSM and punk rock.
I just telling you, I know it's not just to TikTok, because I was in a goddamn Red Robin a couple days ago, and a waitress fucking dropped her like dish and like broke it, and like instead of like being nice, like, oh shit, you need help with that, someone in the restaurant just went, sheesh, and I died. I
have not seen that.
Yeah, it's people put their finger on like their arm, like they're touching their vein or whatever, and then they go sheesh. It's like a new thing. I couldn't tell you, but it's now happening in real life. I'm seeing people do like scream sheesh at like Disney World. I don't even know, dude.
It's the same thing as like what Fortnite doing, the flossing and all the stupid dances.
Yeah, it's the new thing. It's you know it's humans. That's what we do. We come up with new trends. Yeah.
We take this thing and take it to 11, and then we get bored with that.
Exactly.
It was planking when I was in fucking school.
Oh, dude, the planking. Remember the guy that planked? Didn't people like die from trying to plank?
Yes, if I remember right, somebody planked on the Grand Canyon and fell off the edge because he was too close to it.
There was a guy that like died around Grand Rapids from playing Pokemon Go because they walked right into like the canal or some shit.
People are stupid.
Yeah. Hey man, them Pokemon's though. Either way, final thoughts on Sakamoto Days. A half hour.
Final thoughts, like, yes, absolutely. This is like a new era for Control Chaos. I really want to do like a group call video.
I love
like
this talking about so much. I want cosplays now. Give me.
Yeah, and like of taking a lot of different series that we're enjoying and all reading instead of having like a set like this must be done this week. Because there are definitely
laissez-faire, basically live and let live. We're gonna make videos about whatever the fuck we want to make, and you're gonna like that, you dirty fucks.
There are 3 videos moving forward that we can always make a video out of. One Piece, because you guys can talk for a fucking hour about a 5-page chapter, it seems like.
True. Well, that's down to Oda and the fucking marvelous world he's built.
Yeah, and that stands the test of time because fucking One Piece has 1,000 chapters, and everything from like chapter 1 is tied into like 1,012.
Yeah, dude, if something happens in One Piece, we could be like, how would character A from chapter 50 react to this, and talk about that for 5 hours.
Exactly, and that's just the world that he has created. I will 100% stand by the test of time that like that is a masterpiece of a fucking series. Dr. Stone, we can always make a video out of, and Black Clover. Those being the 3 like big series that we can always make a fucking video out of. Obviously, when Chainsaw Man comes back, that'll be added to that mix 110%.
Chainsaw Man, fucking give it to me.
Give me part 2.
Give me Denji in high school fucking all the bitches. That's not just me saying that. Remember, that is his canonical goal, okay?
Yeah, that is his canonical goal. He wants a harem. He wants a harem.
The government is straight up about to be like, yes, this is a devil hybrid, but we give him special permission to go to school. He's served this country so well. He's saved us all from destruction and devastation, yada, yada, yada. He's a hero. Treat him as such. And then immediately he's going to be like, so who wants to fuck? Am I right?
And his cock turns into a chainsaw and he kills his first fuck.
I mean, that could happen, but like
it's fucking Fujimoto. It's fucking Fujimoto.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna go more
piss
like
out of an ice cup.
If he's gonna go more Fire Punch, which we still need to finish, by the way. At some point, I'm just gonna take a week off and fucking live with you, and then we'll just finish Fire Punch.
I'm down.
Hell yeah.
You crash on my
I'm
couch.
actually considering taking like most of the week of the con off, because if Thurman comes up, then we can do shit with him, take him around.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I will end my contract and go back to work the following week.
But yeah, with Sakamoto Days, I'm looking forward to where it's going.
Yep,
I love it. I love the concept. It's a very fun gag manga with actually like the action is written better than some like action series in my opinion.
Dude, not ironically, I think it's better than a lot of fucking Demon Slayer. Come at me.
Yeah. Demon Slayer is just colorful magic energy being thrown at other colorful magic energy.
And people will be like, but there's also Black Clover. But Black Clover has a plot that actually fucking matters.
I mean, Black Clover is a little better. My magic makes this shape. My magic's a mirror. Well, my magic's a laser. Fight. My magic's a spear. Well, my magic's a shield. Fight. That's my take on it, at least.
They hate how basic you made that, but you're not entirely wrong. You're wrong, but you're not
I'm being
entirely
hypocritical.
wrong.
It's you could make anything basic like that and make it sound shitty, but if you enjoy it, then good for you.
Exactly. I hate that you're not entirely wrong, but you're also a condescending prick with it too.
That was my issue with it. Yeah. I like more like meta like Gojo. I just got to Gojo's power in JJK. I love that shit. Like the concept of infinity.
Yeah, I like fucking black matter. Like the power system in JJK is amazing. That's another one.
So off topic, but in that chapter, he talks about like this famous. I think it was like Achilles and the tortoise, and it was like, what if this like famous racer guy raced a tortoise, but you gave the tortoise a bit of a head start. So obviously he would race to catch up to the tortoise. But then by the time he caught up to where the tortoise started, the tortoise would have gotten a bit ahead. So then he'd have to get caught up to the tortoise again, but then the tortoise would get ahead again. And then and then that space would get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but he'd never catch up. Was like the paradox he was creating. That was what Gojo used to describe his power. Like, if you ever try to touch me, you're slowly getting closer, but you're getting slower and slower and slower and slower as you get closer to it. Because
it's kind of the same concept as like the tortoise and the hare, fucking Bugs Bunny and Clyde the tortoise.
Kind of, but like a little bit.
But,
I should send you. There's like a 1-minute explanation video of it. It's less about the race itself and more just like a metaphor to describe the idea of like have you ever read about exponential growth? Like you can. No. Here's a good example. You can make a line graph. You can do like a math equation where like there's one line and there's another line, and the lines can always be getting closer, but never actually touch.
Yeah.
Because in between the number 1 and the number 2, there's an infinite amount of numbers. Between the numbers 0.1 and 0.2, there's an infinite amount of numbers. It's insane.
Exactly.
The math makes no fucking sense. And that's what Gojo's power is. I love that.
Yeah, it's insane, but it makes 100% sense, and that's what I love about the power system of JJK. And that's something else that we talked about in the Black Clover video. It'll probably be up tomorrow, whenever this comes out. Because, like, I mentioned, like, even if you don't like reviewing it, if I'm still enjoying reading, because I'm rereading the series for another video that we're doing that I talked about in an Elusive Samurai video. Creating a meta here, Ed.
Yeah.
But, like, doing like our top 10 series, and because I fell off like near the end of Shibuya, because I was reading all of Black Clover all over, because I'm like, I really should just sit down and reread this from the beginning to kind of remember where the fuck I was at. Then just like, here we go, blah 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 blah. So I'm starting all of JJK over. It's short enough to read in a couple days. And I'm just like, if I'm still enjoying it, by the time I get caught back up for this video that we're doing come con time with our top 10 manga, I would not mind reviewing it as well. Like, basically what it would create is the ability for us to rotate basically an entire magazine out on the channel.
Sure. But yeah, final thoughts with Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days, hands down, 10-15 chapters more. For surviving with it, added to the channel. I seriously want to see where the lab leads us and what the next little tiny bit of information we're going to get is. Because everything that the series has done so far has had me on the edge of my fucking seat. It's always consistently like in my top 5 in the server.
Hard-boiled guy was amazing.
Dude,
The
That
legendary final panel where he fucking blasts him into a goddamn Ferris wheel.
Dude, the fucking torturing of ESP with a fucking chainsaw there, dude.
Oh my god, yeah, you think that I can't be hard boiled and have a fucking child and a wife and like a family life? I could fucking shed all this weight immediately and kick your ass. I love that.
It was perfect.
That man had rocket fists. He had a rocket on his fucking elbow.
He basically had a superpowered version of Yang's weapon from Ruby.
He was very extra too. You could tell like his whole thing was like being way overly extra, and like he had like these bouncy balls that he would throw, like these bombs that would bounce around, and Sakamoto was just like, bro. Like, man, I just kill people, dude. Like I just cut their heads off and like rip people's jaws loose and shit. Like I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but it's extra as hell.
And it's 100% fine. Like, you give me all the extra. Give me all the extra.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying the dynamic between him and Sakamoto is funny because Sakamoto's because he was trying to brag to. He looked up to Sakamoto and Sakamoto's just like, yeah, okay,
yeah, you do you, boo.
God damn, he's so hard boiled. He reminded me of Senior Pink a lot from One Piece. That was the other guy that I've seen in manga that's obsessed with the phrase hard boiled.
Dude,
Senior Pink had like a harem of women. And when he would like be eating and he'd get his face messy, he would like reach to the nearest women's pair of breasts and like rip off the bra and use it as a napkin. Like that's how hard boiled that guy was.
My God.
Yeah, there's a literal scene where that happens, where he's just like he's eating a fucking tomato raw. Don't ask me why. And the juices get all over his face, and he just like calls over one of his harem and he rips her bra off and uses it to wipe his face off, and the woman's like orgasming, like ah.
He touched me!
He's so hard-boiled!
With that, peace.
I don't want that broke.
Okay. So, where's your knife at? Oh, you got it? Okay.
Right behind me.
Okay, so, yeah, so that's going to be a whole different shot. So this is going to be me explaining. I'm going to move that because I'm probably going to be on the bed. Okay. Oh. Alright, so you're just being Sakamoto, just nibbling, do your thing. Why, hey there! Here at Sakamoto's Corner Store, we have all of your household needs that you could ever want. In fact, woo! Sometimes we'll even have them before you even know what you want. Yes, sir, we have psychics that work here. Not like for real, it's just a parlor trick, of course. But, again, and probably that was cringe. What else can I say? You want the chip? We've got chip. Peanut butter, nut, cone, energy drink if you can't get up in the morning, sun kiss, Japan things, pork buns. Sakamoto here is a fucking national treasure. He's been working here. Started this store with his beautiful wife. Started from nothing. Humble worker his whole life. Come and give him a visit. He's not a very talkative guy, but he's lovely. He'll give you the great deals. Is there anything else? Anything else I should say, do you think? Like to liven up the store? Like, I'm trying to think of like an advertisement. All right. Okay. Keep going. Just keep doing your thing. So come on down to Sakamoto's Corner Store on the corner of Japan Place and other Japan Place. Hey, no emotions. You are Sakamoto. So come on down to Japan Place, where you can buy some Japan things in a place in Japan. Woo! Oh. I'm going.
That was too funny.
Thank you. All right, where's my robber mask? Thank you.
I've had that longer than the pandemic.
Am I wearing this right?
And you just got cover, like, it goes over your nose.
Like that?
It's for, originally, like, for motorcycles and shit like that, because it keeps your face from clamming
I should
up.
probably be wearing something different. What's this?
Just the jacket. You're putting it on backwards.
Could be funny.
Could be funny.
Listen, he's Robin. Clearly he's not made a very, very good life choices. Yeah. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Down backwards. Down about. Alright, yeah. Whatever, fuck it. Where are my glasses? Don't want to lose those. Okay, they're right there.
You don't want brand associated with video.
Okay, so what I'm going for here is like.
No, it is actually all right.
Ha! Anyway.
Wait, no, tag's outside.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you questioned it. Either way. So, you're not going to react at all. You're just going to keep eating. I'm going to be like, oh, swinging this around or whatever. Don't even look at me. Okay? And then we're going to do it one frame of you with the knife just like slitting my throat. Just like, and then I'm going to speed it up like crazy, quick as fuck. And then immediately back to eating. With maybe like some, I don't know. If you want to go extra and get like little like blood splotches, it's up to you.
No blood splashes.
Okay. It's because you a bitch.
No, I don't want to have to take another shower today.
Alright, so don't react at all. Just keep eating your nungies.
Mine picking my shirt up.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it just fell when you went to go shut the door.
Oh, okay. Okay, so don't react at all. Put your hands fucking up! Give me everything in the goddamn register, you fucking old man! Okay, now, knife.
Right.
Now, I want you, behind me, like, so now get behind me, and, like, do a throat-slitting motion. Okay, carefully. Wait, Jesus Christ. Go like right here. I want to make sure we're in frame. So that's why I'm like leaning. Okay, now do it slowly because I can speed it up. Just kind of go, and then I'm going to fall slowly and we'll speed it up, okay?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, now return to your sitting position with me behind. And then keep eating your nungies for a sec. Alright. That was beautiful. I feel like we really turned that into something glorious.
Oh, yeah. Also, perfect excuse to eat on video.
Yeah. Old man.
Okay.
Oh god, this keeps falling. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just literally how that fucking thing is. It's not the best coat rack.
I love this. I really like this. That's the cutest shit I've ever seen.